If you want to use the law of attraction right and change your life forever, you got to ask yourself, am I a creator or am I a reactor? See, I'm out here and right now this summer, I'm spending most of my time outside, right? And the first thought when we go outside or we go on a vacation, we go somewhere pretty like this, I'm on a river, there's no one around me, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Our first thought when we have these things that we desire in life is, yeah, but I mean, this is nice, but it sucks I have to go back to normal life. I wish I could do this. Immediately we put ourselves in a place of lack. We're reacting to what we see with our physical senses and what we've had in our past. And if you want to use the law of attraction to create what you want in life, you have to become a creator. You have to start to ask yourself, how can I create this thing as I want as my regular life? And not as something that I do 2 days out of the week or 3 days out of the week. Are you a creator or a reactor? A reactor looks at their bank account and they say, here's why I can't do it. I have this much money in my bank account. Here's why I can't double my income next year. Did you see my tax returns last year? Do you know what my boss is like? Have you seen the economy lately? No one's buying. Did you know what my report cards were? I mean, a reactor is looking with their eyes and the rest of their physical senses. They define their future based off of their current reality or their past. They look at what is or has been to determine what could be in the future. John F. Kennedy said something beautiful that is perfect for the law of attraction and creating the life that we want. Here's what he said. Some people look around and ask why. Others look around and ask why not. Some people look around and they say, why not? Why can't I create the business that I want? Why can't I make a difference in the world? Why can't I go out and make my first album or become an author or start my dream business or make the money that I want to make or attract my soulmate or live where I want to live? Why not? And other people look around and they say, I can't afford that. I couldn't do that. I mean, have you seen where I've been lately? Are you a creator or are you a reactor? It's an important question that you ask that can change your whole life forever. Because you can't use the law of attraction to create what you want in life if you're a reactor. Your subconscious mind cannot create what you want in life if you're reacting to everything, because you're instantly canceling out the vibration of what you want. You sit there and you say, hey, I'll use an example. I've always wanted to spend more time outside than I even work, but make more money than I've ever made. Impact more people than I've ever made, but work less than I've ever made. I'll be out here for the next 2 or 3 days during the week, just doing my thing, hanging out. It's just what I want to do. It's been on my vision board forever. I'll just be hanging out doing my thing. But what used to happen is I would have this desire, but then I would immediately come up with why I couldn't do it. And what's happening energetically is that you say, I want this thing, but I can't have it, here's why. You're reacting to your life as is to determine your future. So you immediately get in an energy of lack. You immediately get in an energy of scarcity. So that's why everything is really two things. Your desire and the absence of it. You can be focused on what you want as a creator, as a visionary, as someone who manifests their dream life, or you could be aware that it's missing in your life. I wish, I hope, I can't, here's why, you don't understand, da 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 da, and you become a living, breathing crap magnet. You become a living, breathing magnet that can attract nothing else except for what you already have in your life. And that's what it means to be a reactor. So ask yourself, are you creating your life out of a reactionary state of consciousness or a creation state of consciousness? And just keep in mind that everything that's ever been created that's been of any consequence or significance in the world was actually created not by people that were stuck in reality. It was created by creators, by people who were in creation consciousness. Think of it, the iPhone I'm coming to you on right now. That was created by somebody who looked around and they said, why not? Why not? Why can't I connect the world? Facebook, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, those were created by people who said, why can't I do something different? Why can't we have millions and billions of users? Why can't we do that? And so what I'm inviting you to consider is ask yourself, why can't I do that? Really, there is no good reason why you cannot have what you want in life. It doesn't mean that it won't take time. We live in a world where there's time and space, which means that it takes time for something that you want to show up in space Space meaning your life in front of you. It takes time and space for something to show up. Sometimes it happens a lot faster than you want. But ask yourself, why can I not have it? And look around. The reason most people do not have what they want is not because they're not smart enough. It's because they actually believe that their physical senses are the reality. And oh, by the way, you only see a little bit of visible light. There's a lot happening that you can't see. So remember this one with me. Lack of evidence is an evidence of lack. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean that it's an evidence of lack. There are things that I can't see. You know, your soulmate might need to come from China or Canada. You know, your new client might just be leaving their old job, or they might just be getting in a position to start to look for the services that you have. Your raise might just be around the corner. Your new opportunities might be just around the corner. But what happens is when you do not see them, you move into a reactionary state of consciousness and you negate them from happening. You move into a space of lack, a space of fear, a space of, well, I mean, here's why I can't have everything that I want. And you immediately put yourself in an energy that is not in harmony with what you want. So the law of attraction cannot work because you're not in harmony with what you want. And so my question to you is, why can't you have what you want? Literally, why can you not have what you want? And what you'll find is there's actually not a good reason. So you can live in creation consciousness or reactionary consciousness. Visionary, the term visionary means actually living from your vision rather than reality. 9 out of 10 people die with less than $10,000 and virtually no financial assets. The average American is saving less than $1,000 saved. 75% of Americans said they're actively disengaged from their jobs, which is a politically correct way to say we don't like what we do. Why is that? It's because we give so much credence to everything as is. So we say, I can't change my financial future. I can't create a job I enjoy. I can't find my soulmate. Why? Because if you look at my life right now, it isn't here. So that means I can't have it in the future. But in order to change your future, you have to step out of your current reality. You have to move from being a reactor to being a creator. Your eyes are just broadcasting and just telling you what you used to think. So when you look at your bank account, when you look at your life as is, when you look at your body, when you look at your relationships, when you look at your business, when you look at your career, when you look at your happiness, your adventures, everything that you have in your life is only a reflection of the way that you used to think. So what you see with your eyes is a reflection of the way that you used to think. But when you move into reactionary consciousness and then you say, well, I can't have it because of the way that it has been, you forget that we're a human being that has the ability to imagine whatever you want in life, put yourself into the future and create it for yourself. There's a beautiful quote that fits perfectly with this by George Bernard Shaw, and he says, the person who gets on with the world, the person who gets on in the world is the person who looks around for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. They look around and they say, oh, well, doesn't look like that person's here. Doesn't look like that opportunity's here. Doesn't look like that opportunity for the new client or to go travel around the world or to start that nonprofit. I don't have the money to create my first book or to do my first art, or the publishers aren't here, or I haven't found my soulmate. I'm going to create it. I look around for what I want, and if I don't find it, I create it. I move from reactionary state of consciousness to creation. So ask yourself, are your goals for the next 12 months, first of all, do you have goals for the next 12 months? Or do you psych yourself out of them immediately? And if you do, I got a free success hypnosis. It's linked in right here. It's just jakeshypnosis.com. It's just down below on the YouTube video. Download that. You got to start listening to that to program your subconscious mind. But do you have 12-month goals, first of all? Are they written down clearly? Could a stranger know what they are? Because how could your subconscious mind create them if you don't even know clearly what they are? So do you have them? And if you do have them, were they decided based off of your last 12 months? Well, I only did so good the last 12 months, so here are my goals. Are you living in reactionary consciousness or creation consciousness? Remember, lack of evidence is an evidence of lack. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean that it can't show up in your life very, very, very soon. When we move in harmony with what we want, when we don't let the physical senses define our future, life gets magical, life gets beautiful, life gets exciting. This is Jake Ducey from jakeducey.com. Subscribe in the corner. Be sure to download your free success hypnosis. head over to my website, comment in your favorite part, let me know how this video inspired you. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, you're a creator, not a reactor. Your circumstances do not define you, they just define the way that you used to think. And if you want to create the future you want, you got to step out of your current reality and stop accepting the way things are. People are going to tell you you can't do it, and when they do, you just say, hey, that's not part of my belief system. Thank you very much. When someone says no, I always say next. No, next. No, next. I'll move on with my life. That's not part of my belief system. Be sure that you put a do not disturb sign on the center of your imagination. Go into your imagination, decide what you want to create, put a do not disturb sign on there. Don't let people's BS, their belief systems, their BS, their bullshit, decide what you can put in your mind. You can create what you want. The only reason that we don't have what we want in due time is that we don't think we can create what we want. If you don't think you can create something, how could you ever have it in the first place? If you don't have your glass of water out to the faucet, how are you going to fill your cup up with water? Right? Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Are you a reactor or a creator?